This experience was absolutely amazing. Our guide, Erwin, was very friendly, patient, and informative. My only complaint deals with the start. We came in on a cruise ship. Our ticket that was sent to us the day before the tour said the meeting time was 12 o'clock noon. We planned accordingly. However, I was avoiding looking specifically at my email because I was trying to avoid anything related to work. I didn't find out until the last moment when they tried to call me that the time had actually changed, and we were to meet at 10:40. Fortunately, they did call me and we were able to rush off the ship and make it to the meeting place before they left. They waited about 15 minutes for us to get there. It turned out okay, and it became the big joke of the day. It was partially my fault for not wanting to look at my email. The tour involved a short bus ride to meet our guide and get into UTVs. There were 9 people in our group split into 2 UTVs. They were prepared and ready with coolers of drinks and snorkeling gear, but we brought our own. The first stop was the old salt mines where we tried to see flamingos. They were hiding at the time. Our guide gave us some history of the island. We then stopped by a gorgeous old church building before moving to our first beach stop. They called it Pig Beach. We did not see pigs in the water at the time, but the water was clear and the snorkeling was awesome. The second stop was my favorite. It was a small beach area known for sea turtles. The water was more cloudy and not great for snorkeling, but we were able to wade around and swim with sea turtles. They were all over the place. At one point, there were 3 pretty large ones right near my feet. The third stop was Kokomo Beach. They served a great lunch, included, but I know that this is not always the lunch stop. It is, however, a great little beach area with great photo opportunities and great drinks. On our way back, we were able to stop once again and see actual flamingos. Lots of them. When we got back to the starting point, the bus was already there and waiting. It quickly got us back to our ship. I would recommend this tour to anyone. Just don't do what I did. They adjust the time based on cruise ship arrival and departure times. Make sure to check your email. The ticket they send you does not always match the actual meeting time. We got lucky, but we almost missed the bus. Don't read other reviews if they're negative because this was an absolutely perfect excursion. Disney was our guide and he was amazing. Talked when he needed to and gave us space at each beach. I went with my expectations low and I left thinking that was one of the top 5 excursions I've ever done. We got picked up from the hotel. We stopped at one other hotel. There was 5 of us total. We drove about 15 minutes to the meeting point, jumped in the UTV. He drove it, which was fine because we were on the highway or the main road. We went to beaches. Unreal. I saw flamingos in natural habitat on way. I saw a turtle while I was in the water snorkeling. Not fed turtles but just there, and it was quite beautiful beaches. We stopped for lunch at a local place and then went to one more beach before we got to hotel. 10 out of 5 stars. The guide and grouping was very fun. There was enough of us that we took 2 UTVs and I got to drive one since there was only one guide. He let me drive the nicer one and you don't go over 30 miles per hour, so it's very easy. The beaches were great and so was the food. He give you alone time on the beaches and with the turtles, so he's not constantly watching over you and telling you where to go like some guides, but he does still give you tips on where the turtles will be and everything. I did this excursion and one where you rode in a van, and this was definitely better in my opinion because you got fed, drove through the nice heat and felt the wind, wasn't as rushed, and had some time to yourself.